What I'm going to do is inside of the jobs tracker app, I'm going to add a new field to the create or to the add a job application view. And that new field is going to be referral name. So the user can add a referral name. And I'm going to update my core data model to take that, my core data model object to take that new parameter, that new string, and then more than likely, because that'll be the last core data update before the release, I'll update the data model version so it can do the lightweight migration. And at that point, I'll end it. Once I actually do the release of course, which I won't record that part of it, I will I will deploy the schema changes to prod because I'm also using CloudKit because the app does have the CloudKit sync. So let me go ahead and get started with this. You can see the phone or the app right here on the screen. I am going to cover it up as I start to add the changes for the referral name. So referral name, I'm going to use the default maximum character limit, which should be 50. Yeah, if you look there in the method. So I'm going to remove this so that it caps at 50 for the referral name. Multi-line will be false, so this will also use the default here. So I'll remove this. And now look inside of my form view that gets built out. And basically, if we're in edit mode, we show the field. If we're not in edit mode, we show the text field, or we show like the text itself. So, and then there should be a placeholder. I'll go back to the right side over here for a description. And then I will call this, again, referral name. And I will add the string referral name. And I definitely need to start doing some localization, and I've gone so far down the rabbit hole to where it's going to be a pain in the butt to add to a strings file for localizing and moving all this stuff, and that's going to be a bit of a pain. I probably should have done that from the beginning, or made it in a way that's going to be easier to add localized strings in the future, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So now I update this to be the inside of the view model to be the referral name string from the constants. And then I should need to update, this to be referral name view model. And that really should be it. So if I command R to run, so I'm already running, I'll replace the current instance. And I'm using my cursor on the screen as if I'm using the simulator. This is using my actual device here. So there I see referral name at the bottom. It looks kind of funny. I mean, now that if I'm going to put the referral name there, I need to add some more padding to the bottom. Now I don't know that I actually want to do that, at least not at this time. But then at the same time, it's going to look a little bit funny if I have a section for a totally separate section for referral name, application URL, and then location. So, but for the time being, let's do that. Let's just put it above application URL, and I can always worry about organizing it later. Plus, it might actually make sense for referral to have its own section, because at some point there's probably going to need to be referral contact information, like referral phone, referral email, or a few things that would go along with just the referral name. So yeah, so at least for now, maybe that can make sense. So I will rerun, replace. Now go back to movie recording to the device. The plus button, and you see referral name. Okay. I mean, okay. All right, this is good enough for now. This won't save anything now. It's just we can enter in text and it won't do anything because I'm not passing it to the method to save. So if I hide this again, I go to I'm already in the view model here on the right side, and I find my create and update methods. And in a bunch of different places, I will have to add the referral name. So let's see. And this will be an optional value. So if I select this, and maybe I'll put it above the application URL, and I will say referral name. Now I've added to create job within the provider. I will add it here as well. And I have to go to the actual data manager also. Add this above URL. Add this above URL as well. I'll go inside of here, inside of this update job, the core data provider, and do the same thing. So I can explain a little bit the idea behind how I organize this if it's not immediately obvious. So I have a data manager, and then I also within the data manager have a core data manager. Now, outside of the user's personal iCloud, I'm not making any like API calls that I have created myself. This is all linked to the local storage on device, and then based on the core data model and the schema locally, it then creates the iCloud schema that allows you to sync between devices. So I say all that to say I don't necessarily need, I guess, the data manager as well. The reason behind it is if I were to ever add my own APIs or make my own API calls that were, of course, unrelated to CloudKit or unrelated to core data, that's sort of the room for that. And in addition, if I decided to, and really in this case, I would probably just rename Core Data Manager. But if I wanted to use Swift Data, then I can just switch it out and do it like that. Like in this case, like say I'm calling it local storage dependency, and this is really just the Core Data Manager. So the reason behind saying local storage dependency is it may not necessarily stay core data. But anyway, let me continue to finish the busy work of copying these things, the referral names. Now I'm going to add the core data portion of the changes for referral name. So the first thing I want to do is add a new model version. So if I select this option, and I will call mine Job Tracker 3 based on Job Tracker 2. Then I'm going to add a referral name string attribute. Set this to string. And very important as well, I will set my model version here in the dropdown to Job Tracker 3 so that we're using the appropriate model version. So next step, or maybe last step, I will add referral name here to the InnisManageObject subclass. And I would like to just copy the name so there's no mistakes there. So referral name. And we should be good to go. So let me compile and see if and run the app and see if there's anything I actually missed. Okay. All right. Now let's add a test job. Now add the referral name. And I'll select remote for location. Tap add at the top right. You see our new cell at the top for test. I will tap that. As you can see, we have our referral name set as Sam Smith. Now, I should do some styling or figure out UI-wise the best way to handle showing referral name. But that is it.